welcome along to Northern Farms. We need to get the farm's environmental score up, starting with scanning the fields. Meanwhile, the silage bales are nearly ready to sell, but can we even get the trailer in the field? Let's get farming. So we have two things really that we absolutely need to get done today, and as I said in my intro, that is to get the field scanned. Our environmental score is harming our sales so much. We lost a whole load of money to that when we sold our carrots and our wheat. That really harmed us. And the other thing is trying to get the silage bales sold. Now, I don't want to sell all of my silage bales. I think we can, well, we want to hold some of those back to feed the cows. So the first thing I want to pick up today is going to be this Azaria Scout. It's 17,000, but we're going to lease it because that's a lot cheaper. And hopefully we'll then be able to just whip around the farm, get everything scanned with our Massey here, and be in a good position for that. The Scout actually is, it's one of those things where you can get the farm scanned, get someone in to come and do it. But I've found unless you're doing a lot of areas, it's actually cheaper to lease the Scout and get it done. It just makes much more sense cost-wise. And we can run it on the back of this tractor, even though this tractor is a little bit of overkill for this piece of kit. It will run on here quite nicely. We will carefully pull out onto this road because, as we discussed last time, the traffic can be really harsh. And we're going to start off with field 5. So we'll come in at the corner of field 5 and try and get in that way and scan across the farm like that. I think this is also going to end up being the entrance we have to come in to do the trailer with. And I might have to drive all the way out to do that. So let's bring this in here. Let's get this unfolded. And then we can see our circle. And I want to go around fairly quickly, get this job done. We want to get as much of our own land without getting any of the neighbors as possible. We are not wanting to spend too much money on this, so that should do it. We're going to catch a couple of the fields adjacent, but I think we're going to be all right otherwise. Now we're going to have to do this again at some point because, of course, I want to sort the horse paddock out and get the horse paddock to be an area where we're doing a load of work. I don't know if it'll happen as soon as we cut the grass on it, or well, actually we're looking to plow it under and make a field out of it based on what I was saying last time. So when we do that, we are going to have to go and scan that area again, or our overall environmental score will drop. Bring this round. Yep, that is a good sized area to get there. And so yeah, I'm just going to go around, scan everything, and we will get, well, we'll see how much it costs us, but we seem to have got this field done in just 4 scans. 2 scans or 2 samples into field 6, and we've got a rogue bale here that hasn't been done for silage. So that's a little bit annoying. We have an entire additional silage bale that I missed. It was getting quite dark when I was doing those bales. So yeah, I can understand how I've missed one. This last scan here could end up with an absolutely tiny little area left out. So I want to try and make sure we can find a point where all of the rest of this field gets done. And I'm hoping it's not going to be in the feeding trough. Nope, there we go. So scan that. And yeah, again, we've got this field done in 4 scans as well. Now I can go actually and get that bale wrapped up. If we wrap that and just put it to one side, we'll be good. So let's bring this round here. get this here. Yeah, we've not got any actual sheep in here yet, so we don't need to worry about the gates. There's no way I'm getting that bale trailer in here. It's just not going to happen. Right, this field here is going to probably be our biggest set of samples that we've got to do for this. It is by far the biggest field we have on the farm at the moment. And of course, next year, if I go with the rotation that I currently have, we are looking at having carrots in this field next year. I don't know if they pay well enough for us to do them. I am still definitely interested in people's thoughts. I also have an idea for what seeder we're going to be using on here and how we're going to get around the problem of having to plow, causing us such an issue with our environmental score going forwards. I think as was suggested by Thefisherj in the comments, we should be able to direct seed. So I've got some direct seeders, and we're going to look at that. And in fact, the power harrow we have now, we can use that along with our seeder for a direct seeder, or with a seeder for direct seeding. So I think I might try and get that and get the other half. We'll have to move things about a little bit and get some money back, but I think we can make some good money and offset the cost of that quite nicely. Heading into the last field, and I think we only took about 6 samples to get that whole field covered, so that's really good news. I think if we try and do the bottom end of this field first, we'll end up with a good idea of how it's going to go. Yeah, we need to look at getting this field planted next month. We're going into March. I think we've got a British crop calendar on here. We'll have a look at that as soon as we've finished scanning these. But if we do, that might mean we can actually get wheat in here this year, which would be good. First up, make sure we get everything, and then I'm hoping all of the rest of this field gonna get done in one item. It might actually do as well. Look at that. That is a big area. If we position this just right, might be able to get it all in. That top little corner bit. Oh, look at that. There isn't quite enough width on this circle, I think, to get all of it. So we're going to have to position ourselves down the side here, get as much of this in as we can, and just get in one more scan. Right. Down there. That should do it. And yeah, we've got this tiny little section. Now, it might not matter so much because, as I was saying, field 9 is probably the field we're going to be looking to build the farmyard in eventually. However, I'm not sure that's going to happen this year. We definitely don't have the money for it. And to be honest, we can get the combine in here, get this field harvested, and it will all be good. So, yeah, maybe for now, we should leave that. Let's get this, though. Soil samples back. So, send the soil samples away. Yes, and we'll soon find out how that's done. In the meantime, let's fold this up. And I think we can get it returned. £2,220 for the soil analysis. Let's have a look at our fields. So we've got 2 big strips of silty clay going through field 8 and 9. We've got a lot of sandy loam going through 5 and 6. So yeah, not as much loam as I thought we were going to have on here. We are already back up to 48%. Our biggest issue right now is nitrogen. We need to get a good lot of nitrogen on here. We actually also need to get some pH. Our pH level is low as well. You can see it's just off the top Weed control and tillage are also issues, and the tillage we are probably gonna hit hard. So let's return the Isaria. So we'll return that, yes, because we don't have anywhere else to do that with. And now I need to hook up this trailer, and we need to find a way to get this into the field and start looking at loading up some silage bales. They are about 80-90% there. So by the end of today, by the time we've loaded them up, they'll be ready to go. And in fact, I think we can start getting rid of this. So can I get onto here? Let's bring this up. Yeah, hide. There we go. Yes. And we can start getting this fence taken out, ready to open this field up. Maybe when we get the plow, actually, we can get this to be an actual usable field. So away this goes. I'm going to get all of this fence out, and we can go from there. So I've got 2 of these fences that I can't hide for some reason. So we're just going to leave them there for now. We will clean them up a bit. The fact that I can walk through them, I think, is the reason for it. There seems to be a lack of collisions on them. So, yeah, there's a lack of collisions on them. So those might either need clearing up in Giants Editor, or I might have to just leave them there, possibly. Now, do we have a gateway at the bottom corner of the field to make this easier? Nope. We are actually going to have to drive down the road. And given that we can't turn this round, I think the most likely thing I'm going to have to do is reverse into the field. So let's give this a go. Yeah, easiest thing to do. We'll reverse in. So drive past, go into reverse, and into the field like so. Oh, like threading a needle. Perfect. And then we can go around and just head over to get these loaded up. Perfect. Oh, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Now, how many bales do we have here? So we've got 3, 6, 9 on top, and 4, 8, 12 on the bottom. So that is 21, 22, 23, 24, including the one we need to wrap. So if we put 12 bales onto the trailer, that's selling half of our silage bales. And so the idea behind this is that selling 1 silage bale results in the purchase of 1 hay bale and 1 sheep or cow. So that should mean we end up with 6 sheep, 6 cows, 12 hay bales. And if we can do that, that will make me very happy. Now, these bales should continue to ferment as they sit on the trailer. So by the time we take them to sell, they're actually ready. How many do we get in a row? So 2, 4, 7 in a row. And we started with 2. So that's 9. We're gonna have to add another 3 once we finish this row. So that should be fine. Oh, just catching that ever so slightly as we try and drop it off. So lower and back off. There we go. So yeah, if we grab this one here, off here, like so. And then we can grab one off the row behind on the far end. This will take us up to 8. And then we just need 4 more, which is the 2 on the bottom, followed by the 2 on the back. And in. Yeah, fantastic. That will work very nicely. Last 2 bales off the top here. And that then leaves us with 4, 8, 11 there, plus the one that we need to wrap. We'll get that wrapped before the end of today as well. Oh, this is not the easiest way, actually, to do this. Doing it from the back to the front would have worked better. In and out. There we are. That straps down. Well, that strap is not great. But does seem to be holding everything together. So let's just back this off. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll just go and get rid of this, and we'll go and wrap that bale and bring it back to our pile. I honestly don't know how I ever missed this bale. Let's attach up the hoses, unfold this. This is just such a fantastic piece of kit, this. Absolutely love this as a bale wrapper. The amount of difference this makes to being able to bring stuff across the field and get it in the right place is fantastic. Really, really cool. And we should be able to put this on top of the pile, I think. Yeah, it is fairly close to the front. And if we're careful, so about there, unload, back it off, fold it up. Oh, look at that. Absolutely perfect on there. And nice, clean and done. Brilliant. So these are 96. Yeah, 96% done. So they're the same on here. There's an 85 in there. So a couple of hours, this will be ready to go. In the meantime, I think we'll go and have a look at the horse paddock and see what our plans really are for the future of this area of the farm. Now that I've got this fence mostly out, we've got a field here that's really quite nice. I think we want to sell off the horse barn at 2,448. So, oh, why can I not? Demolish. There we go. Yes, I want to sell it. Good. That's gone. And then we want to do the same with the horse bits. Now, those are going to cost us to get rid of. But yeah, we want to do that. And that means we now have a clear field around here that is of a decent size. I mean, that is a decent sized grass field compared to that one and to that one as well. And I'm just kind of looking at it and going, do I want to make this grass, or do we want this to be farmyard? Or yeah, I think farmyard would also work down the back here, although that is a very narrow entrance there. Yeah, we could get a farmyard here. Alternatively, I could remove this hedge here and we could put a farmyard in part of the field and increase the size of this field, and then maybe make this a grass field, possibly. So there are some options there. At the moment, though, we now have a nice big new area to have a play around with. There's sort of this dead space a little bit down the side here, but we could increase. We could send this hedge or this bit here a bit and just increase that, and maybe increase the size of this. Yeah, there are options here. But let us know in the comments what you think we should do. I think that will that would be quite an interesting area and space for us to use here, and whether sticking the farmyard down the side here through this gate here would actually work. Test how viable it is to build the new farmyard down this area here. I'm actually going to bring my biggest piece of equipment. This, of course, is the combine harvester, and I just want to see. It must fit through this gateway in order for us to harvest, and it does just. So we could very easily build our farmyard in where our carrot field is now. I'm quite pleased with that. That works far better than I originally envisioned. We can also, because this is our house here, we could always demolish the garage here and widen that entrance and give ourselves a better entry, maybe with a double gate. So there are options here, I think. Plenty of options for us to move forward with. Taken most of the rest of the day, but I think our bales, majority of our bales at this point seem to have fermented. Yeah, we've got a couple that are at 99%. So those, I think, will make it by the time we get down to the sell points. Yeah, those are all good. So where is the best place to sell silage at the moment? Northern Grain Bale sell point. Let's tag that and head down there. As I suspected, by the time we've got down here, we now have a trailer full of silage. And the sell point this time is on the left-hand side around by the BGA. But is a separate sale point from the BGA. So if you want to sell silage bales on here, there are two separate places. And we'll bring this round. Yeah, keep well away from the actual BGA itself, because we don't want to put them into there. And instead, just back this up into here. And hopefully, we should be able to sell without too much hassle. Jump out, just clear that. Right, let's get all the lights on so you guys can see everything, and let's sell it. Oh, the back ones aren't quite in there. There we go. And there we go. 11, 13, 14,000 there we made from those bales, which is fantastic. And that means that we should be able to buy a decent number of bits. What I want to get with that, as I said, is we want to get 12 round hay bales, I think. But that's going to be almost all the money we made from the silage bales. Those are actually pretty expensive for what we can sell versus what we can buy. So, yeah, I think actually our best bet is going to be spending that money on getting a tedder and making our own hay bales. It costs almost as much for us to buy a hay bale as we make from selling a silage bale. And that is not worth it. Not as much as I thought it was going to be. Instead, I think we'll be looking to buy some cows and some sheep next time and start populating our farm. 6 cows, 6 sheep is what I'm aiming for. For now, though, I think this is probably a good place to leave this. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.